Okay, so let's see the part 5. Find the equation of a line given 2 points. Okay, remember at the beginning of this section we mentioned arbitrary 2-point will determine a line uniquely. Arbitrary 2-point will uniquely determine a line. So it means if you only have the coordinates of these 2 points, you should have a way to write down the equation of the line. Okay? So how do we do this? How do we do this? In the previous discussion, we know that if we have the slope, we have a 1 point, we can write down the equation. But now there's no slope. No slope. You have 2 points. You compute slope first. Okay? So this type of problem, you are going to look for slope first. And once you get the slope, you pick up either of the points as a point in the formula. Use a point slope form. Okay? And see the example. Find an equation of the line containing the points 2, 3, and -4, 5. 2, 3, and -4, 5. Okay, so you have 2 points. How do you compute slope? First, we calculate the slope. Slope m. Remember how do you compute slope? Y minus y, 3 minus 5, x minus x, 2 minus -4. 3 minus 5, -2. 2 minus -4 is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6, so it's a -1/3. Remember that the slope, how do you compute slope? Y minus y, x minus x. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Okay? So once you have the slope, you have 2 points. Just pick up one from those 2 points. Up to you. You can choose 2, 3, or -4, 5. Either works. You will get this, the right equation. Okay. So, for example, let's just choose 2, 3. If we choose 2, 3, we have a point. We have a slope. The point slope form of an equation of the line is, okay, y minus y, y minus 3 is equal to -1/3 times parenthesis x minus x quad. And that's it. That is the answer. Don't simplify. Don't compute it. Just leave it like this. From this one, I can see what is the slope, what is the point you select. Don't try to simplify it. Okay? Don't. In the exam, don't try to simplify it. All right? Very good. You have 2 points. You can find the equation. You can write down the equation. And remember that we have point slope form. That is the important formula in the line theory. Point slope form, that point can be arbitrary point. This time, let's choose a special point. Okay? It's part 6. Write the equation of a line in slope, intercept, form. Slope-intercept form. Okay, let's see. A line, unless if it has a slope, it's not vertical. If it's not vertical, a non-vertical line must intersect the y-axis, because y-axis is vertical. If your line is not vertical, either this way, left or to the right, or horizontal, either way, it will eventually intersect y-axis. Okay, so that's why we say a non-vertical line must intersect y-axis. So y-intercept always exists. Y-intercept always exists for such non-vertical line. For such non-vertical lines. Okay, assume we know the y-intercept, B. It can be any place. It doesn't matter it's on the top or on the bottom. So B. Assume that the y-intercept is B, is a value, and the corresponding point is the corresponding point is 0, B. It's on the y-axis, so the corresponding x-coordinate has to be 0. So this point has x-coordinate 0 and a y-coordinate B. So the y-intercept is B. Okay? Also, if the slope is m, slope of the line is m. Let's pick up. Assume this is slope with a slope m. Then by the point slope form, we have the equation. What is the point slope form? Y minus y is equal to slope times x minus x. Y minus y coordinate is equal to slope times x minus x coordinate. X coordinate is 0. So y minus b is mx. So mx 0, 0. X minus 0 is x, so mx. And you move b to the right side, you get mx plus b. So you see, you have y-intercept, you have slope, then you can quickly determine the equation of the line. And this is called the slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. Okay? So, actually, this is the proof, the reason why it is called slope-intercept form. So, slope-intercept form of an equation of a line. So, an equation of a line with slope m and y-intercept b is y equal to mx plus b. So next time, if you know the slope, you know the y-intercept, you can just directly write down the equation of the line. Okay? And in this slope-intercept, it must be the y-intercept. It's not x-intercept. The reason is that sometimes the line has no x-intercept. horizontal line has no x-intercept. Okay, so slope intercept, that intercept is always a y-intercept. Every non-vertical line has a y-intercept. All right. Okay, let's yeah. Let's just see some example. For example, if we have a line has the slope, let's see which slope, slope 2, and the y-intercept 1, then the equation is y equal to 2x plus 1. And that's it. So there's nothing you need to compute or understand or simplify. Just plug in 2x plus 1. Slope times x plus intercept. This is the most simplest formula in the line theory. Slope intercept form. Okay, so once you have those slope and the intercept, you can determine the equation. And from the equation, of course, you can also read the slope and the intercept. Okay? So identify the slope and the y-intercept. Of a line from its equation. Okay, well, it's easy because mx plus b, m is slope, b is intercept. So if you have, for example, y equal to negative 2x plus 7, negative 2x plus 7, once you have this formula, then we know the slope is negative 2 and the y-intercept is 7. That's it. And be careful, this place you must include the sign. If this is negative 2x minus 7, the y-intercept will be negative 7. Okay, so you must include the sign. You must include sign because it's always addition. So, for example, if you have a negative 2x minus 7, then the y-intercept is negative 7. Be careful about this. This is the tricky part. Okay? All right. Okay, now let's see the example. Well, of course, in the example, the equation of the line is not directly given like this. So find the slope m and y-intercept b of the equation 2x plus 4y equal to 8. Graph the equation. Okay, 2x plus 4y equal to 8 and graph the equation. How do we do that? We need y equal to mx plus b. So I'm going to leave y in the left hand side. Everything will be moved to the right hand side. Okay, so I move 2x to the right side, it becomes negative 2x and plus 8. All right, let me. Okay, so I move 2x to the right side, and then this y has no coefficient, so we divide the two sides by the coefficient of y. We divide the equation by 4. 2x over 4 is negative 1/2 x. 8 over 4 is 2. Okay, Then this, what is this? This means the slope is negative 1/2. It has to contain the sign. The y-intercept is 2. Okay, y-intercept is 2, slope is negative 1/2. Okay, so how do we graph it? Remember, how do we graph? We need a point, we need a slope. Okay, so far we do have a point. Y-intercept is a point. So 1, 2. This is y-intercept. This is 2. Slope is negative 1/2. It's negative, so you have to move to the left. Remember that. Positive, right. Negative, left. And 2 means you're going to move horizontally 2 units. 2. This is 2 units. 1, numerator 1 means you're going to move up 1 unit. Remember, it's a negative, so that's why I move to the left. Okay, so you have the second point, then you connect them and extend. So this is a 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. Right? So that's the graph of the line. Okay, so this is a very comprehensive problem. Okay, so check here. We have several forms. We have the equation of a, remember, we have equation of vertical line, x equal to a. We have a point slope form, y minus y1 is equal to x, m times x minus x1. It's vertical. It's a point slope form. We have a horizontal line, y equal to b. Horizontal. And we also have this point slope intercept form, y equal to mx plus b. Slope intercept form. Okay, so we have so many forms. They are all so-called linear equations in terms of x and y. You will see x, y, or only x or only y, and they all have first degree. Okay, so because of this, we are going to study so-called the general form. Okay, so graph. Actually, that's also a theoretical discussion about this example. Graph lines written in general form. Using intercept. Okay, so what is a general form? Let's see the definition. The equation of a line is in general form one, it is written as capital AX plus capital BY is equal to capital C, where A, B, C are real numbers and A, B are not both 0. Actually, if A and B are both 0, C has to be 0. Right? A and B are both 0, then C must be 0. Then that's not interesting. A, B, C are all 0. So 0 equal to 0 is nothing. Right? Okay. So any equation like this will represent a line. Any equation like this will represent a line. Let's see how we understand this. We say A and B are not both 0. Let's discuss the situation of B. So B, two possibilities, either 0 or non-zero. If B is 0, if B is equal to 0, then what we get? We just ignore the second term. So it's AX equal to C. If B is 0, then A cannot be 0, because if A is also 0, then A, B both are 0. So B is 0. This implies A is not 0. A is not 0. AX equal to C. We divide this equation by what? By A. So divided by A, we will get X is equal to A over C. This is a vertical line. Right? X equal to A number. X equal to C over A. C over A is just a number. So it's a vertical line. If B is 0, it is a vertical line. So second case, if B is not 0. If B is not 0, well, let's do it like this. So here, this B is 4, it's not 0. So what did we do? We moved 2x to the right side and divide the equation by the coefficient B. So we move to AX to the right side and divide the equation by the coefficient of y, B. Because it's non-zero, we can do this. So y is a negative A over B, X plus C over B. Okay, then it is a line with slope, what? Negative A over B, y-intercept C over B. So this is exactly the slope-intercept form. Right? So those two cases will give us two general stuffs. One, you have vertical line, or you have a slope-intercept form. See it? Okay. Let's do the example. Graph the equation 2x plus 4y equal to 8. Yes, equal to 8 by finding its intercept. Here we have to recall something we already discussed a few sections ago. How do we get the y-intercept? To find the y-intercept, x equal to 0. Y-intercept, x equal to 0. X equal to 0, 2x is 0. So you get 4y equal to 8, y is 2. So this is a y-intercept. To find x-intercept, y is 0. To find x-intercept, y is 0. So you get 2x equal to 8. This is 0. Just 2x equal to 8, and then x equal to 4. So it's an x-intercept. This is a y-intercept. Once you get an x and y-intercept, remember, we're just talking about simplest curve, a line. We only need 2 points. 2 points will determine it. So how do we determine it? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is x-intercept. 1, 2. This is y-intercept. You have 2 points, you connect them. Use a ruler to connect them. Okay, so this is a line. This is how we graph it. We do not use a slope, intercept, or we don't care slope. Even though we can compute the slope, we can find the slope. But if you have the general equation, general form, you just locate the x-intercept and y-intercept, you can determine. You can draw the line. Only 2 points will draw the line. Right? So the general form covers all possible lines, the equation of the lines. So general form covers all possible remember, whenever you talk about slope, you actually exclude the vertical lines. But the general form does not talk about slope. It's just ax, by, c. When b is 0, it is vertical, no slope. When b is not 0, you have slope. Okay? So general form is actually the most universal form for all the line equations. It will cover the vertical lines. But if you know, in your discussion, you don't discuss vertical lines, you always discuss non-vertical lines, then you can just use slopes. Slopes can be discussed for just non-vertical lines. Okay? And sometimes they say general form, sometimes they say standard form. It's the same, they mean the same thing. Standard form, general form mean exactly the same thing. Okay? And because this equation ax plus by equal to c, they are just degree 1, first order. So they also called the linear equation. It's called a linear equation. Ax plus by equal to c. A, b are not both 0 is called linear equation. Okay? So this is the discussion, some discussion about the line. And in the next video, we will continue the discussion about the lines. Also, they are talking. Well, we will talk about the parallel, perpendicular, some geometry. Okay. Okay. We finish this video, and we will continue in the next video. Thank you.